All right, it's 30 minutes earlier than I was anticipating on starting because a booked 3-hour live event only went about an hour and 26 minutes.
I thought it was 2 hours.
2 hours. 2 hours, 26 minutes. So, yeah. Basically taking you back to the pay-per-view days of the 90s. So, that was back when, oh god, it feels like so long ago. We just finished watching WWE Roadblock, which was basically a glorified house show that was a March to WrestleMania live event from Toronto, Canada, that got turned at the very last minute to a network-exclusive show, so much so that they kept the house show set and everything.
It turned heel.
Yeah. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Oh no. Joining me, as always, are the Popcaster panel. First off, we have Ashley.
Yeah. I don't know how to react because the internet wants me to react in one way, but the person within me wants to react a sort of different way, and so therefore it's sort of.
Also joining us, we have Will.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, the Click Forever One. Throw it up.
And Travis.
I was going to say something in Filipino because we're in...
Filipino?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
What has Filipino got to do with Portugal?
They speak... Oh, shoot. They speak
Portuguese.
My bad.
They speak Filipino in the Philippines.
My bad.
Yeah, I was hoping that I wouldn't get brought up first because I was trying to get bloody Mas Que Nada from Quincy Jones up, but apparently nowhere to be found on Spotify. Thanks, Spotify. You're unreliable as shit.
Sounds like the network tonight with the issues that a lot of people seem to be having.
Instead, I'll just play that music from Maryland.
Spotty Network.
So
ironically, apparently that song is 3 years old.
Oh.
So it's like, this was done exclusively for the soundtrack. No, it's been existing for 3 years. Fuck.
So Aaron went to I Believe in Wrestling tonight, so he's not here. If Cleveland shows up, that'd be awesome.
No,
but
no, hang on. Let's introduce Aaron. I found a way. So here's the introduction to Aaron.
Hi, guys.
Go watch it. It's the best movie of the year.
That was loud. I was going to do an entrance for
Yeah.
but okay.
Well, no, because it sums it up. He's literally alone, and also that's a trendy thing.
So that interestingly enough ties into our Versus, which is coming out tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. So we got
extra meaning.
Yeah, no lie. We got a lot to go watch that movie immediately. We got a lot to talk about tonight, and we got not much to talk about at the same time. So let's get to moving. So
we are moving on.
So we are going to kick off the show with the fact that, number one, this is a glorified house show. They used the tiny, tiny ramp and pretty much used exactly what you would get in a house show. Since Travis just went to a house show recently, he can pretty much concur that this was a house show set.
It was the exact same thing.
It's good to know.
Even with the exact same ring announcer?
Yes, actually. JoJo was the ring announcer and Greg Hamilton was backstage.
Yep. House show.
And every time JoJo said anything, I was like, I believe it if you had emotion. Come back, Lillian Garcia, all is forgiven.
No, all is not forgiven.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
Hey, I love me my JoJo. I was okay with seeing her.
I didn't mind seeing her, but the way she announced at certain points during the show, it was like...
Well, she was announcing Roadblock. What do you expect? She was like,
Yeah, but
the next...
even Lillian and Eden had passion when they were announcing Fastlane.
Hey, she was like, she sounded like Flash from Zootopia. The next match is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship.
At least there's the inflection on that championship.
Yeah.
All right. So we start off the show with the New Day. There was supposed to be a highlight reel segment with Chris Jericho and the New Day that was promoted actually in Toronto, but that never happened because obviously Jericho went heel, so there's no reason for a segment. And with AJ Styles being in Atlantic City tonight, working a 30-minute Iron Man match with Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship, obviously AJ was not going to be...
What the fuck? This is truly the B show!
It really is.
Oh, couldn't Roadblock come from fucking Atlantic City? Please? Please? I know New Day wouldn't have been there, but please? Oh.
So basically, they're still finishing the matches right now. But Atlantic City had Dolph Ziggler and the Usos against the Dudley Boys and the Miz, Rusev and Sin Cara, Adrian Neville and Damian Sandow versus Heath Slater and Curtis Axel of the Social Outcasts,
That's your fella.
Ryback and Tyler Breeze, and Kalisto defending the United States Championship against Alberto Del Rio. AJ Styles and Kevin Owens is your main event, and it's currently in the ring as we speak. Unless they just haven't updated the... Well, no, there's somebody actually live watching it right now, so...
Roman Reigns comes out.
Whenever I get results, I will say them.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
No problem.
You knew how much they gave a shit about tonight's show when it didn't even appear on the infographic on Raw.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It literally said upcoming events for this brand. Saturday, Atlantic City. And I was expecting, then they list Roadblock, and then it was Sunday, Connecticut or somewhere that wasn't Toronto, and I was like, oh, my hopes have gone up dramatically.
So, Ashley, real quick before we get started, I'm curious about something. Did you get a chance to watch everything now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Because, well, I had to, because Bootio's happened.
Well, that brings us to our first segment, so take it away, sir.
We had the launch of the boot. I'm guessing it's the official launch, because I'm guessing it only went live on the website today, I'm guessing?
I believe so.
So the Bootio cereal is sort of a real thing. I have to say sort of, because actually what happens is you get a cereal box that contains a t-shirt. So it's somewhat of a bit of a letdown, because you don't actually get a cereal. Which you'd have thought with the money that WWE has, they could have done it. But yeah, Xavier says, what do you guys think? Addressing the crowd, obviously, when you think of New Day. You think of the power of positivity? You think of hips that do not lie? Why we're stealing Shakira lines, I don't know. Francesca too, and most importantly, WWE World Tag Team Championships. Bloody Big E decides to sort of midgetize himself and make fun of Del Rio and Rusev. No, Del Rio, Sheamus, and Barrett, and they couldn't come up with anything for Rusev. I would have. It's like, did you see your future wife get her tits out on Banshee? And then this went straight into the match, which, happened.
New Day defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against DX Security, Wade Barrett and Sheamus.
And the reason why this is happening? Tumbleweed.
So the match was pretty back and forth. There was a lot of good stuff involved from all four competitors. Xavier Woods getting involved in the end, grabbing the referee after Wade Barrett hit a grounded sidekick, and Xavier ends up ducking out of the way so Kofi can hit Sheamus on the outside. Barrett gets back in the ring and walks right into the big ending, and the New Day retain that quickly. Now, the thing is, they kind of missed an opportunity here, and the opportunity, I think, is to put some heat on the match, and that is to have the League of Nations cheat to win, and then the New Day could have won them back at Mania. But it was always going to be a successful title defense for the New Day. It was never in any question. But to their credit, they put together a solid match. Ashley?
Yeah, it's a solid match, but it's just, if you're going to broadcast the stuff and hype it up like it's a good show, don't make it a house show.
Right.
I read the results last night because I was curious of what happened in Montreal. And after reading it, I didn't have to watch about 60 to 70% of this pay-per-view.
Pretty much.
Network exclusive.
Pay-per-view, whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't fucking care. You build it up as if it's a pay-per-view. It's a network special. Elimination Chamber was practically... that's a network exclusive, but that was a pay-per-view quality show.
Yeah.
Beast in the East was a pay-per-view quality show. The Madison Square Garden one, if we're comparing it to Fastlane, was a pay-per-view quality show.
Oh, God. There were dark matches tonight. I just found that out.
Tonight?
Yeah, Mark Henry defeated a local worker by the name of Randy Sharp, and Goldust defeated Victor of the Ascension when R-Truth came out and celebrated with him after the win. Exactly the same thing that happened in Montreal last night.
Cosmic Wasteland.
Good God.
Versus Golden Truth and probably The Miz. Or Dolph Ziggler. Something like that.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be The Miz. He's kind of a heel. And again, I'm hearing an echo. The thing is... Will, do you have any thoughts on the match?
From what I was hearing from Owens, a really loud TV, which, by the way, thank you for that. It was a pretty good match. I mean, you kind of figured out that the New Day would retain the titles, but yeah, overall, it was just a really good match for the New Day.
Travis?
It was good. Bootios. Probably the best thing that came out of that match, besides the New Day retaining.
Which shop does not actually have a Bootio cereal box, which I wish they had, but it's actually just a T-shirt inside the cereal box.
Well, they have the cereal box, but inside is not delicious cereal. It is a T-shirt.
No, it's not Bootylicious cereal.
Which, for those of you who wonder what we're talking about, you can find that on WWEshop.com. It is the first thing that pulls up on shop when you go there.
Mm-hmm.
25% off code for this weekend, too. Save 20 is your code, and the offer ends on the 13th at 11:59. So, Ashley, we move on to my boy Greg Hamilton is in the back with Paul Heyman, and take it away, sir.
Oh yeah, Twinkie Tits, Paul Heyman. That's right.
Wow. I don't think Ashley's alive.
Ashley? Well, I will say before he gets started, and hopefully he will get started soon, when it comes down to it, this was probably the most babyface I've heard Paul Heyman in a while.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because weren't they gonna actually shoot for Brock Lesnar being a face and it didn't work out or something?
No, he's still a face.
He's more face than Roman Reigns.
Consider this right now that Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar is basically, in all essence, face versus face. Just like the main event tonight, until the midway point of the match, was face versus face as well.
Live television.
Yes, gotta love it. Basically, he says that he's going to get his revenge on Bray Wyatt for what happened at the Royal Rumble and costing Brock the shot at the WWE Championship. And he really baby faces it up by saying the Toronto Raptors are going to beat the Miami Heat, and everybody goes nuts for that. Yay, sports. And yeah, that's a good way to get over in Toronto. Ashley?
Well, I think the fans nearly went crazy when what Charlotte said, what she said.
We are far away from that right now.
The fuck is that shit?
Charlotte's coming up in a couple segments.
But anyway,
Yeah.
let's get to the next.
Did we talk about Paul Heyman being God as he usually is?
Continue.
Paul Heyman just introduced himself and basically went, "Thou shalt not fuck with the Lesnar boy." Pretty much. That's all it was. That's what needed to be done, though.
Yes. So we move on.
Then we had a recap. Hang on. Oh, that's why it's being shitty. Hang on.
And Travis is right. Paul Heyman's gonna have a heart attack.
He will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the way it'll go.
All right. So
Wow,
Yeah,
I'm on crazy delay then.
that's not good.
God damn this computer.
It's like the WWE Network,
So,
which you can get for $9.99.
So, we get a recap of all that went down over the last 7 days between Jericho and AJ. And then they actually showed the bit from SmackDown that I was intrigued in. You know, with the setting the shirt on fire and dumping it in the trash. And then just the way that they shot it, it's like... Did somebody contact Roger Deakins or Emanuela's Becky?
AJ Styles.
Because the cinematography of the flames over the bin and him just in the background, like right on the periphery of the top of the flames, just going, AJ Styles. He's like, oh shit, it's the Omen 74. Yes! This is brilliant. So we then cut to actual tonight. Fans are cheering for him because obviously they think he's from Toronto because of that go back to Toronto thing. He's from Winnipeg, you assholes. So, you know, he says, Whoa, you don't chant for me. You had your chance to chant for me for months and months, but instead you've been chanting for AJ. And then, just in response to the AJ Styles chant then from the crowd, he went, huh, typical Canadians, always just a little step behind the rest of the world. Always playing catch up with everybody else. And the sad thing is that he's the greatest thing to come out of Canada. And then the great thing is, bloody Toronto did the Bret Hart chant.
Yep.
It was Montreal. I understand it, but Toronto was like, wow. Way to fuck over Christian there, kids. Way to fuck over Christian. You know, Jericho says that he's ashamed to be Canadian, and he was ashamed so much that he left the country, and it was the smartest move that he ever made because it apparently stinks. Canada stinks, and Toronto is the anus.
Does it stink?
Kids,
like
if you don't know what an anus is, go fuck your mother. I don't know why. Thank God it's on the network, because... was it TVPG on the network? I can't remember.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Can they get away with anus?
Yeah, you can say anus.
There's plenty of anus in Deadpool.
Hey, you can probably say penis, too.
He then talks about Jack Swagger was the flavor of the month at one point.
Oh,
And
God.
I'm like, when the fuck did people cheer for him when they actually gave a damn about him? Because I can't remember.
We, the
There
people.
probably was a point, but it's just like...
The people!
Yeah, but people only did that because they knew of his drug stuff, and they were saying, weed the people. It's obvious. It's like Bobby Roode. Everybody says Roode. They don't say rude.
No, of course
They
not.
go Roode. And then Jack Swagger comes out, and I'm like, spoilers here. I was in and out of consciousness actually trying to get some rest during this entire event, which is sort of ironic. Probably why I enjoyed it more than a lot of the internet apparently did. But I was hearing Jericho's promo, which was pretty solid, as it usually should be. And then as soon as I heard, I guess I missed the Jack Swagger reference in his speech. When I heard Jack Swagger's music, I was like, why the fuck are we doing this on a network special?
Yeah, Owen, what did I say?
Hmm.
What did I say whenever Jack Swagger came out?
Go ahead.
I said, I'm done. I'm freaking done. I dropped my headphones that I was listening to. I turned off. I shut my computer. I went upstairs and I got food.
Pretty much.
I was so angry that Jack Swagger was on my TV. I literally rage quitted my life.
I think some people are being overly positive about this show because they weren't expecting a lot.
Right.
But the problem is I was expecting better than what we got. Which wasn't bad. It wasn't Fastlane. It was not Fastlane, thank God. But
we had 2 pay-per-views like that in a row. I would be really skeptical about WrestleMania.
Well, with respect, you've had 2 pay-per-views in a row that haven't been brilliant.
Very true.
And that's Rumble and Fastlane, right? Because are we counting Roadblock as a pay-per-view?
Oh, no, we're counting it. They're
Okay.
considering it a network special that you could only see on the network for $9.99. Just
$9.99?
like Fastlane, just like the Rumble, just like WrestleMania.
$9.99?
To be quite honest, I'm honestly thinking that WWE are fucking stupid. If they keep saying, if you go to a cable provider, it's $60, or you could pay $9.99 a month. I'm just like, well, I'm pretty sure if people paid $60 you would be getting more than $9.99 cut of that 60.
Well, here's the thing.
So surely they'd be making more fucking money on pay-per-view.
And here's the thing that not a lot of people know. Not a lot of these cable providers do WWE anymore.
Of course not, because
Comcast
WWE
not.
pushes the network so much.
Comcast does not. I tried to look whenever it was Fastlane. They were not showing it. You know what they were showing? I believe it was a repeat of TNA.
Oh God.
I think it was a repeat of like one night
That
only or
means
something like
TNA's getting more airtime
that.
for shitty shows like that one probably was. That's
Very
worrying.
interesting.
So yeah, Jericho versus Swagger.
It happened.
Part I don't give a shit. I love the fact Michael Cole was like, "This is the guy that beat Jericho with Money in the Bank," and everyone went, "Swagger won Money in the Bank?"
Yeah.
And Swagger was the world champion? And Swagger still works for this fucking company?
Wait, Swagger's
And
still alive?
his entrance didn't have any weed smoke?
And wait, he's not gay?
What?
Oh, we know he ain't gay, son. We know he ain't gay.
How do we know this?
His wife did porn.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
And like Michael Cole said on Raw a couple years ago, no one remembers Jack Swagger being world champion.
You know
Which
why?
you'd have thought he would have fucking remembered, because he was the bloke that trained him for his only match at WrestleMania,
This is true.
which could be usurped by Shane McMahon versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 32.
It is very possible.
Because at least there was storyline as to why Jerry the King Lawler took on Michael Cole. For Shane and Undertaker, it's like, go shit in a bin, get a D20 dice from Dungeons and Dragons,
Yes.
roll it, no, and if the number on it comes to 37, then you have a perfect combination.
Of ass fucking and losing.
Think about it, a D20 and you have to get 37.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. On one spin.
You.
Yeah, this match
Yeah,
was.
think about it.
It was a SmackDown main event match, basically.
It wouldn't. No. Don't even give it credit to be a SmackDown main event.
It's a
Be
Superstars
SmackDown
main
mid-card.
event.
No, it would have been a main event back when Swagger
No, I
was
wouldn't go.
really challenging for the title.
It's not as low as that, but it's worthy of being on television,
No.
not on what's being, not a network special. A network special, I expect to see quality programming, not fucking what was that thing that was completely awful?
Fastlane.
No, like an old show. Can't
Royal
even
Rumble.
remember.
In your house?
Oh. Whatever.
TLC.
No, it's the thing though. I mean, they had a golden opportunity with the fact they didn't announce any card, and they could have done Sami Zayn against Chris Jericho and Stardust and Jack Swagger, and I think people would have liked it better.
What do you mean?
But obviously they didn't go in that route because I think once Jericho and Zayn finally face off, it's going to have to be a big deal and it needs to be promoted. Sounds like a Raw match to me. Yeah, Swagger got a lot of hope spots here. He went for the Patriot Lock. Jericho grabbed the referee's pants leg to break the hold, basically, to get to the ropes. That was ingenious. And he pulls Swagger chest first into the buckle, double legs him, locks in the walls, and To quote a famous line that you know very well, Ashley, he tap, tap, tap like Sammy Davis Jr.
I gotta be me.
Oh,
Old
God.
school, baby. Shout out. You know who you are. Yeah, this match was fine. I mean, it had no place on pay-per-view, but to their credit, it's a network exclusive, so it was a glorified house show anyway. So, I mean, it's fine. The match was serviceable. It was a decent match for what it was. Swagger got the exact shine that he needed to have in the match. Got the crowd to cheer with him, even though we're in Canada. But still, doesn't matter, I guess. So, Jericho wins, and the match means absolutely nothing.
Just like
Ash.
this entire freaking network exclusive.
Well, Travis, since you want to pipe up, I will let you go first this time around.
I just hated Roadblock.
Oh sure, give the guy the first go around that is like Aaron and go grabs his snacks at the last minute.
Hey, I did that because I needed to go upstairs and get something.
Will, thoughts?
Well, I mean, like you said, like you said, Owen, the match. You said the ending. That was like, okay, what a big deal. And Chris Jericho, he was meant to be a heel in the WWE,
Oh yeah.
and it was. I don't know about this match. I mean, this match could have been a Raw or SmackDown main event match, but it was just a match they had to put in just to make it almost 3-hour show.
Ashley?
I think all you guys are actually being harsh. I think this was the most culturally significant moment in WWE since WrestleMania 12's Iron Man match.
I thought okay, personally, I just thought this entire show was terrible. It served no purpose to storyline. It served no purpose to storyline whatsoever.
I don't
Yes,
think
it
it was.
did.
It did in some ways.
How?
It shows that Chris Jericho can beat up people and win matches against them.
Woo! Do that on Raw.
No, that won't happen on Raw.
No. It'll be just promos now on Raw.
This is so stupid.
Raw on Raw, they'll just say, "Look, you had all your wrestling on Saturday. Tonight is 3 hours of promos."
I swear, if there is a total hour of promos on Monday, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna literally cry myself to sleep.
You know what's gonna open the show?
Yeah, you know you're gonna get a promo that opens the show. We just don't know if it's gonna be an hour.
A promo that lasts 20 minutes.
Yeah, so that's 2 more promos that you can do.
Be interesting to see if TNA realise they shouldn't do that for their show. 24 hours later.
So
I will
before
lose
Jericho leaves, he gets a really good heel moment when he takes a Bret Hart sign and he tears it up in front of the crowd.
And JBL starts up a solo "You Still Got It" chant.
I know, exactly.
I think you should have saved that for later in the night, you shithead.
So my question is, Travis, how many days do we have till WrestleMania?
1 second.
Oh, good.
I had to get my chair extension in a certain position. I'm gonna need you to say that. Ha ha ha! Very funny.
This sounds like wrong, man. This sounds wrong.
Okay, say it again.
So Travis, how many days?
that we got the WrestleMania, baby?
We are 22 days from WrestleMania. Who's ready to see The Rock? Just
How fucking ironic is it?
completely terrible.
How fucking ironic is it that the main theme for this year's WrestleMania is by Florida?
Yeah.
And then next year, it'll probably be an act from Dallas.
That's funny. His name is Florida, not Florida.
The WrestleMania theme for next year will be performed by Pitbull. Confirmed. Mr. 305, WrestleMania, yeah, Daddy.
It'll be Machine Gun Kelly. It'll be Machine Gun Kelly, and in the middle of his WrestleMania performance, Kevin Owens just beats the shit out of him and puts him for the bloody something
Floor.
that rings
Floor.
on somewhere. Yeah, something. Who cares?
Concrete floor and end him for real.
Oh,
Here's my thing.
It takes out Florida Georgia line while they're at it.
no.
Sorry, someone.
Go ahead, Travis.
Here's my thing. Roadblock was a complete waste of time. I'm not going to get those 2.5 hours back in my life.
Somebody on Twitter just said this pay-per-view gave me AIDS. Thanks, WWE.
What the hell?
And was his name Cleveland?
No.
Wow, that's surprising because that's a Cleveland saying right there.
Was it Charlie Sheen?
Shh. Quiet, you.
Why you?
So, we move on to our next match.
Yeah. The first part of look, don't get your fucking hopes up, son. It's called Roadblock Gate.
Or wrong way, whatever you prefer.
NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival, defending against Big Cass and Enzo Amore.
Actually, it's not wrong way wasn't the right one. It should have been no U-turn.
Ouch.
And with Enzo and Cass, it is Carmella. Boing, 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 boing.
Whenever she talks, that's all I see.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine now that I saw you, babe.
Not even a loud enough chant tonight. No, not sing along with Enzo wasn't as prevalent as it usually is.
Well, here's the thing.
It's a fucking house show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a fucking house show.
Exactly.
Sure.
And three, they've
It's a
got a
house
follow-up. They've got a follow-up from 2 matches that make no bloody sense. This is the first match on the this is the first match on the card out of, hang on, let's have a look at the list.
5.
This is the first match out of 3 that actually makes sense.
Right.
Of a card of 7. Do the math.
Not surprising though, when Cass yells out SAWFT, everybody sings along with that.
So what?
I thought that went soft day.
You know what?
We basically bounce back and forth until we get the hot tag to Big Cass. He comes in and he gets the big slam and the Empire Elbow off the ropes and an avalanche in the corner. And he goozles Scott Dawson and he choke thrusts him over the top to the floor. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry for wording it that way, but it's true.
Boing, 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 boing.
Really awkward timing with Enzo getting pulled into the ring for a pounce by Dawson.
Pounce?
That was earlier on.
I'm on a
Before this.
pound on Carmella.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow.
So at one point, the Big Boot, the East River Crossing, tags Enzo in, and they're going for the rocket launcher. But Dawson pulls Enzo off the buckle. He lands on the top, and at this point, they take care of Cass on the outside with the Shatter Machine. So he's completely down and out at this point. And he climbs up, and Enzo tries to get the victory, but he's basically fighting by himself at this point. At one point, Dawson gets his eyebrow busted open, and the referee pulls out the patented gloves, so you know it's real.
WWE gloves.
They trade punches and a knee lift from Enzo. He's got the momentum, and blind tag in. He heads up top. They hold him up, and they hit the Shatter Machine off the top and get the victory. So the Revival retain the tag team titles in a really good back and forth match to further prove the point that Enzo and Cass are not winning the NXT championships before they move up to the main roster.
I am utterly perplexed as to why WWE think it's clever to have New Day taking on Golden Truth at Mania. Because that's clearly the way they're pitching it.
I don't see that.
I think that's the way they're pitching it.
Right now, it's supposed to be a six-man tag with the League of Nations.
For the tag belts.
Freebird rules.
Just because the Freebirds are going in the fucking Hall of Fame doesn't mean I want to see a fucking match.
I know, but that's what they're leading towards right now.
Actually, that would be fucking hilarious. Because then every single belt could be held onto by a heel.
Yeah, it's true.
Ryback beats Callisto because, you know.
Reasons.
Roman Reigns wins because reasons. Ryback. Except less steroids and more.
Yep.
If Sasha Banks wins, she could easily be heel.
Yep.
Immediately. Which is fucking brilliant because all those divas are neither heel nor face. They are. And then the heel tag team of New Day lose to the heel tag team of the League of Nations.
Well, but they basically are trying to turn the New Day full-fledged babyface by WrestleMania.
And then Samoa Joe.
Oh.
Solid tag team title match, though. Really was.
Yeah.
Great hope spots. Enzo played Ricky Morton quite well. The hot tag to Big Cass, he got taken care of, and then they finally took care of Enzo and got the win. So it was a really good way to end the match.
By the way, Owen, I am running chat and social media tonight. Just
Sounds good.
if anyone wants to talk, just tweet me or Owen.
Right, I much appreciated on that. Acer should be joining us momentarily. In chat at
Don't
least.
post stupid stuff in chat.
I will state right now,
Don't
which
prompt
is
that because then they will, you idiot.
yeah.
No.
Make your penis 5 foot bigger.
The Revival are slated to defend the NXT Tag Team Championships against American Alpha at TakeOver Dallas. So this title match was pretty much never in question.
By the way, that thing that you said about a 5-inch penis.
Just like a certain other match at WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah.
Despite the fact everyone thought, oh, they could change it.
It was wishful thinking, to say the least.
Just like another match on WrestleMania weekend.
Thoughts on the match, Ashley?
Solid match. It's
Yeah.
just, you know, I don't get this treatment of Enzo and Cass.
Well, it's clear the WWE have no idea what to do with tag teams right now.
It's literally a Becky Lynch sort of thing.
That's exactly what it is.
You know, if they do go up, it's like, do they deserve to be there because they haven't been NXT champion? And that's why nobody gives a shit about Braun Strowman, because he just bypassed everything.
Because Braun Strowman's just that much of a badass.
That's why nobody gives a shit about Tyler Breeze, because he bypassed everything. That's why people give a shit about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and... Oh shit. Bo Dallas disproves that theory. Fuck.
Well, here's the thing. You could say nobody gives a shit about Bo Dallas, but that's a lie. Because I love Bo Dallas.
Cleveland loves Bo Dallas too.
I believe.
You'll love him being future endeavored then in about 5 weeks.
God, I hope not.
That
That would
stable needs to disappear.
really
'Cause
suck.
They do trending worldwide. It doesn't even trend in bloody Papua New Guinea.
Because there's no Twitter in Papua New Guinea.
Fuck off. There's Twitter everywhere.
Oh.
Hell, there's people tweeting from space. That ain't even a country.
It's a shame, though. It really is, because all 4 of them deserve a lot better than that.
Are they all getting future endeavored?
I could see Axel getting saved from it.
I don't know if they'll get rid of Adam Rose either.
Oh, no. I think he's gone.
Well,
If-
is there a
if
chance
if
that
they
they could bring
knew he was an asset, they would have kept the rose bush and kept it going.
Right.
Oh God, the rose bush.
Like how they kept Bad News Barrett, made no sense.
Yeah, but is there if they did get rid of Adam Rose, was there a chance that they could bring his heel character?
You've already sort of Leo Kruger is dead. That's the problem.
Yep.
Leo Kruger is dead, so you can't do that, which is fucking annoying. Because he's on the main roster, you see. There you go. There's another guy from NXT. Yeah, went up to the main roster.
It's ridiculous what's been going on with that, though. That's the reason why I'm not really excited about seeing anybody come up to the main roster, because of the way they've treated most everybody.
I don't want anybody I like to leave this year.
Well, it's going to happen.
I'd be really sad.
They'll cut some from developmental, but they're going to cut some from the main roster.
Will
I
they
bet
send them
Having-
to
If they're trying to make room for supposedly Okada and other names that are going to be on the main roster, you know, and NXT people moving up, so then there's spaces in NXT. Where people like, you know, Anderson and Gallows and all that.
That's the biggest problem, though. But people bring up from NXT, we don't really have people to take their place right now.
Just send
Well,
people
no,
from
because
main
you've got Anderson
roster
and
back
Gallows
down.
to replace whoever goes up from the tag division.
Send Roman Reigns to freaking NXT.
Well, Travis, it's just like what Owen said. They'll probably
Keep in
send
mind-
Swagger to NXT.
Keep in mind, Vince says he absolutely abhors NXT.
That's
Why is-
another thing this week that came out that really upsets me.
Then why does he fund it? He's a fucking
Because
douchebag.
it's Triple H.
Yep.
Just like how Bob Carter Sr. funds Dixie's dreams of being a president of TNA.
Bitch of TNA, that's what I call her. Fucking Dixie.
Vince just sees it as like a pet project thing,
Right. Which is a shame.
which is fucking ironic, considering it's lasted longer than any of Vince's previous ventures in the past 15 years.
For sure.
That includes Diva Search, that includes Tough Enough, that includes the XFL.
Doesn't include Divas.
Yet.
Divas have been around since the women's title existed.
Yeah.
If you want the first Diva,
No, Total Divas. The show.
yeah, but I think even E are getting bored of that.
Yep.
I hope not, because that means it'll turn into a network exclusive. Because it's just like, oh, we need to
No, it
push these
wasn't.
divas. Blah, 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 blah.
There's not enough people that are interested in it on the network.
I am.
Because they'll have the metrics of who's watching what, you know. Be like YouTube. It's like, how many views has this video got? If it's not getting the
But see,
views justified, they'll ditch it.
It's
That's
going to
why
be gone within a year,
That's why
Travis.
that's why Swerved was on the chopping block and then all of a sudden got resurrected.
Right.
Because it was funny.
That's why Ride Along, I think, has disappeared after 3 episodes.
Ride Along only had 2 episodes.
Was it 2? I can't even remember.
Yes, it was New Day and then DX Security.
well, see, another thing too is when you guys mentioned
That's funny that I said those 2.
It's fine.
when when someone mentioned Tough Enough, I don't even think we've ever seen the debut of the 2 Tough Enough winners yet.
No.
They're still on NXT. The only one that's working right now is Sarah Lee.
The only one that I know that's doing anything is Mandy because she's on Total Divas.
So she's not doing anything.
Yeah, basically.
And the great thing is she didn't even win the fucking thing.
Exactly.
It's true.
So Natalia's backstage wanting to dedicate her match tonight to Bret Hart. And Bret Hart's like, I don't want to be associated with this shit.
Especially not in Toronto.
And says that a win tonight would be one step closer to the Divas title. And then Charlotte is laughing, saying tonight's a warm-up for her WrestleMania match. So Natalia says, oh, well, why don't you put the belt on the line? And Charlotte's obviously like, no. And Natalia's response is, I guess my uncles were right about the Flairs. They're all cowards.
And then Rick's like, let me kiss you.
Let me finger fuck you. It's the next step. Third base. Ah!
Woo! Yeah.
That had an interesting response from Will there.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you ride Space Mountain all night long. Woo!
Oh, just like someone's grandma 2 weeks ago on Raw?
So the
Oh
irony
my
here, of course, we've got a Divas title match
What culture?
with 2 women who should both be ashamed of their fathers.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
it's like Owen said. Owen, didn't you say that Charlotte can't chest slap like her dad did?
Oh, her chops are terrible.
That's obvious. There's only one person that can chop like Ric Flair,
Ric Flair.
and that's Ric Flair.
Oh, so Reed couldn't do that.
I remember how horrendous David's chops were, too.
See, one that's just fucking horrible, Travis.
Right.
Because that's being harsh against the family name. It's not trying to take a dig at, WWE. When I bring it up, I bring it up in relation to WWE and their selective mindfulness for doing shitty ass things, which they think will get them ratings, and it didn't even get them ratings.
Right.
So it's like, so you brought up a dead person, and what did it get in the terms of the ratings? Oh, they actually went down. Brilliant. I bet that's what you wanted, wasn't it? No, wasn't. Ooh. God.
I do love the Brett and Owen Brothers Got a Hug shirt that Natty was rocking.
I just love
Mhm.
Natty. She's hot.
So,
So,
women's wrestling was
Jojo
next.
once again doing this is for the WWE Divas.
Championship!
No, it was like championship.
She's like the reverse Tony Chimmel.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of Tony Chimmel, this is Tony Chimmel, the rated R superstar. Hey!
No.
Go ahead, Ashley. You know what to do.
Superstar. Superstar. It's a elongated swoop. Hang on, no, I've got the perfect prop. The rated are superstar.
So we get women's wrestling on the show next. This wasn't a Total Divas match. This was a women's wrestling match that had a considerable amount of time. Harkening back to 2014, where their classic at TakeOver was the second rated match of the year by WWE.com readers or viewers. People that go to the website. And in that match, Brett and Rick were both in their respective corners. This match was really good. Really solid match, but no surprise here at all.
Didn't it go like somewhat back and forth between them?
Very back and
Will.
forth match.
Will, where are you at right now? Will,
What?
are you at home? Are you at home right now?
Yeah.
How could you be? Because you went to go see Hamilton tonight.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So Natty broke out of La
You
Tapatia.
do realise that Hamilton's in the same fucking province.
We're talking about Ontario. Travis is talking about Broadway.
What a moron.
This match was good, really good. A lot of great back and forth, a lot of hope spots for Natty. Almost got the win. Fighting the figure eight and reversing the momentum. They were fighting in the figure four with slaps, and then Charlotte drags her out underneath the bottom rope and locks on. The figure four is still locked on, so it's basically a figure four across the ring apron. And the referee breaks the hold. When Charlotte gets back in the ring, she nails Natty with natural selection. She kicks out at 2.5, makes more covers, and still not able to put her away. She heads up top for the moonsault, but Natty counters and hits a sit-out powerbomb for a near fall. Crowd's chanting, "This is awesome." I decidedly agree. And a small package is countered for a near fall, double leg, goes for the figure four, but she punches out, goes for the sharpshooter. She's right in the center of the ring. She grabs for Rick's hands. Doesn't barely touches. And this allows for Natty to break the grip for some reason. It's like, okay, fine, I'll break the hold. And Rick gets on the ring apron. Natty knocks Flair off the apron. Charlotte rolls her up, puts the feet on the bottom rope, and steals the win. A really solid match, back and forth between two superstars that definitely know what they're doing. Tremendous chemistry in this match. And kudos to Natty in this match, really, because I know she's been under the radar for a while, but I think with this performance, even though she said on Twitter this was like a WrestleMania moment for her, I think that this is going to put her in that multi-women match that's going to involve the debut of Lana against Brie Bella at WrestleMania.
She'll be on Bree's team.
Without a doubt.
Because Total Divas.
So yeah, it was a solid match. I really liked it. Really good back and forth match. Very well done. Charlotte, if you get Flair out of her corner, she was basically showing the Charlotte of old tonight, and I enjoyed every second of it. So kudos to both ladies for putting on a stellar match. One of the best on the card, without a doubt.
Oh, and I have results.
To be honest, kudos to bloody kudos to Charlotte for proving tonight that she can actually wrestle.
Right.
Regardless of the fact that the Flair shenanigans practically sort of happened. Even though they still fucked up on it.
Yeah.
Further proof it was a house show.
Before we move forward and get everybody's thoughts on this stellar match, Travis, I'm looking at the results right before me, so continue the rest of the card.
Okay. You had Dolph Ziggler and the Usos.
No.
I don't know.
I've already won over these matches. There's 3 matches left.
This is the main event.
There's 3 matches left.
Oh.
Final 3.
What did you... Okay. Is it Becky?
Yes, go ahead.
Becky and Sasha, of course, defeated Team Bad. I'm going to save the one in the middle for after so we can yell about it. WWE Intercontinental Champion Kevin Owens defeated AJ Styles in a 30-minute Iron Man match, 2 falls to 1. And the match right before this, I would have left. I'd have left. This
Knowing
would've
what
been
the main
bathroom
event
break.
was, I wouldn't have left. I just went to the bathroom.
Yeah, I would have went to the bathroom. The
Bought
Big
merch.
Show and Kane defeated Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan. Oh gosh, saying that just gives me a headache.
So we move on from that to Travis. What were your
That was
thoughts?
a tag team from fucking 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's
That's what happens when you run shows against each other.
Yeah.
Well, it's so stupid. You could have made Roadblock one of the best network exclusives ever. With a 30-minute Iron Man match for the Intercontinental title between Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and AJ Styles.
Well, with respect, you did get a 30-minute Iron Man match that went to 1 fall tonight.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't see it on TV.
Yeah, you did.
We sort of did.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking
Ambrose-
about Reload! No, I'm just...
Ambrose and Triple H went a while, Travis.
Yeah, dude.
You want to give thoughts on Charlotte and Natalia?
Sure, it was good. Best women's match of the night.
There's only one.
Exactly.
You, sir, are a butthole.
I'm not a butthole. I'm just...
Dr. Who, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
WWE is really testing my patience right now.
Well, we only have a couple more matches to talk about, and then we can put this to bed, and then Monday we pick it back up for Raw.
And I chokeslammed Kevin Dunn through a table.
Will, thoughts?
Well, like you guys said, from what I visualized in my head, once again thanks to Owen's television. By the way, I'm gonna thank Owen for his loud television all night long, so be prepared. Yeah, I mean you're looking at the chemistry between these two, and like Owen said, and you know, Charlotte comes from Ric Flair, and Natty comes from a great from her father, Jim the Anvil Neidhart. So you're looking at once again the chemistry between these two. So great Divas match.
Hey, Owen, it's kind of a flashback to my first pay-per-view. Survivor Series.
What
Kind of.
the fuck?
Ashley, you have any thoughts on the match?
Good to see a stellar women's match.
Yes. So here's the thing, Will. We don't refer to them as Divas matches unless they're Divas matches. We're all about women's wrestling here on the Popcast Network.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
You can learn that quick, son.
Fucking hell. I've just been doing Wikipedia stuff to get the note, to get the running time for the main event, which by the way is 24 minutes.
Yeah, close enough.
Fuck.
There are 5 songs for WrestleMania.
5 songs for WrestleMania. Okay.
5.
Doom, 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 doom.
Ha! Pop the champagne open. Oh, come on.
Sup, motherfuckers? My house. Come on.
5 songs.
And what are those songs?
Well, the one that you've been singing.
My House by Florida.
Yes. The entire state of Florida.
Hello Friday by Florida.
Oh, God.
Like Heath Slater. You don't want to interview Florida?
Then, for some reason, we have... Hang on.
Oh my God.
Hail to the King by Avenged Sevenfold,
Yes!
which is a song that's 3 fucking years old.
Exactly, but yes. Triple H, Hail to the King.
Yeah, but you've got fucking Motorhead Sympathy for the Devil.
That is true.
And then, I don't know whether they did this just because of a New Day, but Goodbye June's Oh no! That'll be what people are chanting at the end of the night. Oh no!
Doom, 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 doom.
Oh
Sup,
no!
motherfuckers? Smiles, come on.
Here, and I'll give credit here also, since this is topical. Charlotte tweeted out just at 9:45. If it wasn't for at Nap by Nature putting me on the map almost 2 years ago, I don't think I would be here today. #respect.
You wouldn't, bitch.
Oh shit! That tweet's gonna get fucking deleted. That tweet's gonna get fucking deleted. You're breaking kayfabe. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Charlotte. You stupid cunt.
Bitch.
Is what Vince will be saying.
Tag
No,
team
he'll be
match
saying,
on Raw tomorrow night.
touch me.
And then Ric Flair will actually beat the shit out of Vince, and we'll wonder why Vince has got a black eye on Monday Night Raw.
Well, Vince...
And it'll be like, well, because it's Ric fucking Flair, we can't really give him a 90-day suspension.
Vince will call Charlotte into his office and say, "Why did you tweet this?" And she'll be like, "Because I wanted to give respect to her," in her little freaking Charlotte voice that I want to just punch in its throat. And then he'll say, "Well, you need to touch me." And she's like, "What?"
I've just realised, if creative had balls, they'd actually have Shane be on the side of Triple H
Yep.
and say, hey, your dad doesn't think the product that you manage is any fucking good. Be like, oh shit. Be like, oh well, we're truly blurring the fucking lines now, son. We're truly blurring the fucking lines.
But yeah, Charlotte brings him in, or Charlotte goes into his office, and Vince is like, "Touch me. I dare you. I'll suspend you for 60 days.
Okay, moving on.
Brock
Titus O'Neil.
Lesnar, who is going to be leaving the company after his contract is up.
Yes.
When is it? Yeah, but he's still got a year left, hasn't he?
I believe so.
So WrestleMania 33 confirmed. Brock
Titus
Lesnar
O'Neil, Vince
versus
McMahon.
Goldberg 2.
Career.
God. Speaking of Brock Lesnar,
Yeah, the match with Bray Wyatt. Is he
nope.
fucking injured again? Is he fucking injured again? Is he motherfucking injured again?
Good
Is
job,
he?
Husky
Is
Harris.
he actually? Is he?
No.
Then why the fuck didn't he wrestle?
They wanted to do the bait and switch because they are building that match for something. It should be for WrestleMania, but obviously you can't do that now unless there's a way to do it, but I don't know if they're going to go that route or not. But we'll talk about that when we progress in the podcast. So during this entire promo that Ashley's about to talk about, his music was playing. which was great because it felt really weird because he was walking to the ring cutting a promo with his music playing.
Well, that's a house show.
Yeah, well, basically, he just comes out saying, "It ain't gonna be me. It's gonna be me and Luke. And none of you will have ever seen this before, unless you're in Montreal last night, in which case, fuck you."
Right.
Yep.
And then Brock Lesnar music's hit, and that's all I give a shit about. Well, there's no point in giving a shit about the Wyatt family when nobody knows what the fuck they're going to be doing come 22 days' time.
Yeah. They need to start building that tonight on Raw.
Or 21 days' time, whatever you want to call it now.
21.
I like Harper's vest. Did you notice that he had a picture of the Suplex City sign that was broken in half?
Yep.
And it says, "This is Wyatt Country" on it. I thought that was really awesome. So basically, Harper ate 7
Basically,
German
we had a
suplexes.
4-fucking-minute squash match.
To be fair, Harper got a little bit in, a lot more than I thought he would get. And this is a match that, if it was actually given considerable time and effort, I think it would be a stellar match.
Mm-hmm.
But Lesnar squashed him in 4 minutes, hit the F5, and won the match.
And 70,000 German suplexes.
There were 7. I counted.
Exactly. 70,000.
Suplex City.
7 in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
How
many did Kofi and the rest of the New Day take in Japan? There was a lot. I remember that podcast.
Overall. It was probably into double figures in total.
I would say so.
Still don't get why that match happened.
Yeah, well, the idea I had would have made sense, but obviously they weren't going that route.
Especially considering Brock was supposed to be heel there.
Right.
And New Day were heel.
That's when they actually were heel, though.
No, but also, everyone was heel on that card, even Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Finn Balor? A heel?
Oh, sir. It's going to happen soon.
No, you can't have him heel because that means they have to turn his girlfriend Bailey heel.
Get an extra $9.99 a month.
Balor Club.
Sign up for New Japan World.
Yes.
And see what he can do when he isn't surrounded by Samoa Joe.
Yep.
It sounds a bit harsh, but if you've seen some of the people that he's gone up against on that stage, which is the equivalent of practically every New Japan pay-per-view, is on the caliber of SummerSlam or WrestleMania. As in an actual good show.
I really wish this match would have been a squash. Number one, I wish that Bray would have done something in the match. But like I said, I think that they're just building that for something. I don't know what at this point, but they're going to really do something with that because apparently from what has been heard over the weekend, Brock and Bray both really wanted the WrestleMania match.
Yep. What a fucking surprise.
Well, there's a way to still do it, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. Will, any thoughts on the match?
Well, yes, I did read. Excuse me?
Sorry.
Exactly.
Whoa.
I did read somewhere that Lesnar and Wyatt really wanted the WrestleMania match, and
Right.
that would have been a good match. But what I didn't like was that Roadblock This match was scheduled to be a one-on-one match. That means not a handicap, not a tag match, a one-on-one match between Lesnar and Wyatt. What I did not like is how they quickly added Luke Harper in at the last minute to make it a two-on-one handicap match.
But it wasn't even a handicap match.
No, that's the thing. It was. I swear, it's because Wyatt's injured.
I don't think he's hurt.
It's because Wyatt. Why else would they not have him do anything? Unless there are actually plans to have a match with Lesnar.
They are. I have a reason that could possibly happen still, but we can't talk about that till we get to the main event.
Boo.
Owen's got an idea. Travis,
When does Owen not have an idea?
Yeah, but the problem is this is WWE Creative we're talking about. When
but
they had ideas.
For once, this idea actually does make sense. Well, I mean, it always makes sense, but this actually would make sense for them too.
Oh, that'd be a fucking surprise. I can't wait to hear what that is.
I think you might know what I'm gonna say before I say it. So,
John Cena.
Oh, it's not John Cena.
I hope it isn't exactly what I've seen somebody else on Facebook put.
Mother.
Well, I'm not looking at Facebook, so obviously it's not it. I didn't rip this off.
You're getting other people's ideas from the ether.
Oh God. Travis, you have any thoughts on the Lesnar squash?
Yeah, Suplex City, bitch.
Fair enough. Sami Zayn and Stardust.
Oh, I didn't give any thoughts on it.
Travis,
What?
you yawn.
What?
I didn't give any thoughts on it.
Oh, I thought I heard Travis yawn before Ashley gives his thoughts.
No, that's
No.
what I was doing during this match. I was just browsing in and out of my sleep as I was. There's clearly some sort of reason that Wyatt didn't get involved. The one I was thinking is because they're trying to save it for some time at WrestleMania. Because
Right?
as soon as that happened, I was thinking, "Oh shit, might it happen?" And of course, they played me like a fool.
Maybe, maybe not. You'll see.
But no, it's what you'd expect from Luke Harper.
Oh God, yes.
Getting
Gonna get
ass
beaten the
fucked
shit
by
out of him.
Brock
He's
Lesnar.
probably gonna smile and like it.
Of course.
Oh, hey, how ironic is it that 12 hours earlier? Well, no, not even that. 7 hours earlier, AJ Styles was in Voorhees, New Jersey. Moving on.
Stardust and Sami Zayn. Ashley, one thing about this.
I mean, again, it's sort of. I can understand what you were saying, Travis, earlier about how you'd have preferred to see Sammy Jericho and whatever, but that would have conflicted a bit too much with the AJ feud.
Right.
The AJ feud's like just gonna be done after like tomorrow's Raw or something like that.
No, it ain't.
Nope.
Is that really gonna be a Mania match?
It's not gonna be done until the title match is organized within the next 20 days. Hell, you could have bloody, you know my approach to what Sting was going to do with Undertaker? You could just do that somehow on the fucking Hall of Fame. You had Owens out there, and then Sami Zayn came out and just pointed to the sign and said tomorrow. Buy rates would go through the roof.
Oh, it's clear.
So many free subscriptions being abused for that network. I've realised, because of this whole, 3-month thing, if the wrong thing happens by if the wrong thing happens by WrestleMania day, there's going to be a lot of people canceling.
Yep.
Because they can get NXT in various other forms. They don't have to be on the network.
They can get it on Hulu.
Well, no. Other means, if you know what I'm saying.
Illegal.
Okay, you didn't have to be that fucking obvious. Bloody hell.
Was I?
To be honest, it just sounded like you got Tourette's, which is not a good thing.
I don't have Tourette's.
Yeah, but the way you said it, it's, it sounded like, you're talking in the monkey trousers. It just...
It's like you're talking, and motherfucking shit, bitch.
So, one thing
No,
I
you
will
were doing it throughout the night anyway because of the show. But anyway,
Exactly.
the second longest match of the night, this one.
yeah,
As
and
much as it doesn't make sense, they must have had a decent match if they gave it that long.
oh, they did. One of the things I will shout out about this match is interesting is, you know how when Cody works, he likes to use a lot of the independent finishers. Like he's used the Muscle Buster before. I mean, he's done a lot of various moves from other very established indie stars. He added one to the repertoire this week. Ashley, I think you'll appreciate this. He locked Sami Zayn in the Billy Goat's curse. And no, I'm not kidding.
Does that explain the CM Punk chant that happened in the main event?
It is very possible.
It took Canada 20 minutes to cotton on to the fact. Oh shit, that was his move.
Yeah. This match was good. It was a very solid match. Zayn hit the tope on Hilo, tossed him in, ducks the right hand, hits the Blue Thunder. He goes for a suplex. He floats over, standing switch reversal. Stardust signals for the Queen's crossbow. Escape, hits the beautiful disaster, and gets a near fall. He charges in, eats the exploder, haluva kick, and 1, 2, 3. Really good matchup to be your semi-main event for Fastlane, long day, for Roadblock.
It was as bad as Fastlane.
Yeah.
Also, what the fuck is going on with Stardust?
Nobody knows right now.
He's turning into Stephen Amell.
They're setting up that Stephen Amell Stardust match. I'm gonna guess for SummerSlam.
Why not WrestleMania?
I don't know if there's enough time.
Really?
You can hype up a pay-per-view
In a week
called
that
Roadblock.
Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice
Yeah.
is coming out. It would be the subliminal free advertising that Warner Brothers desperately wants because the film will flop.
That's not gonna happen, but I understand what you mean. The advertising is gonna work.
The film will flop, as in, the box office won't be as high as they hope it will be, and the critic response could be very dodgy as well.
Yeah, I have faith.
And then
What is
will be holding off for the bloody Ultimate Edition on Blu-ray. If you've already promised people, they didn't even promise people the Rogue cut until a few months after Days of Future Past came out.
Right.
Now you've already told people the home media version is going to be an extended edition. You've already established the definitive version is the one that's not even coming out in cinemas.
Right.
Which, considering how much ticket prices are and how much DVD/Blu-rays are, as in same fucking money, probably cheaper to just get the disc version than it is to have to go out to the cinema.
You are.
But either way, I thought that Amell thing would be the right sort of thing thing, because in essence, you haven't really got any celebrity shit for WrestleMania.
But you don't always need to do anything celebrity-wise for Mania.
Because, you know, for the biggest WrestleMania ever, you do.
But it's not.
You notice how mysteriously the rowdier things have disappeared from all the marketing? Because they realise they're not going to be able to get Ronda anymore.
Right.
So that's why Amel, I think, is the obvious choice.
I mean, it makes sense, but they're going to have to start it either this week or next week.
Well, considering it's Pittsburgh, Philly, and New York, it's the right markets to actually tease it.
Yeah, with all the conventions they do in those markets, it writes itself.
Yeah.
He's going to blame Amel for losing all the matches, and that's going to lead to their showdown. He can't rest until he beats Stephen Amell in the ring. So he'll call him out on Raw, and then he'll show up next week and confront Stardust, and then we'll set up our match for
on
Mania.
SmackDown.
I think this is a Raw angle.
If you promote Stephen Amell on SmackDown, it's a lot of people gonna watch SmackDown.
Not really.
It seems like a Raw angle, honestly.
Raw is the biggest viewership.
Right.
If you look at the number of viewers, Raw wins because it's live.
SmackDown's ratings actually went down this week.
Yeah, because it's taped. In this era, you are not going to stop people looking and seeing what was recorded.
Yeah.
That's why the ratings, I think, honestly went down for Kurt Angle's big return, or big farewell.
Bye.
Most people were like, "Oh, he lost his final match. Well, too bad." Plus, considering how much they show on the YouTube channel for free, why would you want to see Stephen Amell on SmackDown?
That is true.
Plus, if you do it in the middle of the week, it will get buried with anything else that's happening. I was amazed that Roadblock was number one trend on Twitter tonight, considering that John Cena's Kid Choice Awards was on the same time.
John Cena won a Kids' Choice Awards tonight. Congratulations to John
Probably.
Cena.
He wins every fucking year. It's now the Ariana Grande on Saturday Night Live. Why does she have to sound like a fucking cappuccino that you get from Starbucks?
That's funny.
So, do we have any thoughts on the match before we move on to the main event?
I think Stephen Amell is at Raw tomorrow.
Oh shit. Wiz Khalifa won a fucking Kids' Choice Award.
Yeah,
Hey
that's funny
kids!
because he smokes
Do
weed.
drugs!
The Kids' Choice Awards are starting to turn into the People's Choice Awards.
Well, they mean about as much as the People's Choice Awards do.
Because The Rock hosted every other year. And a wrestler always wins. Something.
So, yeah. Travis, do you have any thoughts on the match?
No.
Will?
I'm sorry, I lost track. We're talking about Stephen Amell, correct?
No, we're talking
about
Sami Zayn.
Stardust.
Stardust.
Sammy.
I've heard some great things about Sami Zayn in the ring in NXT. But like I said, from what I heard, it was a okay match. I'm not gonna say it was a great match, but it was a good match.
Now I need to find the clip on YouTube to send to you of Fight Without Honor from Final Battle 2010.
Yes.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh. New Elite video is up on YouTube
Oh God.
with Kenny Broom Mega being confronted by Dalton Castle. The Broom is having promos with wrestlers at the Ring of Honor tapings tonight.
Oh, that's great.
Yes! Oh, good. That's all I can say. Anyway.
Any thoughts on the match before we move on to the main event?
We're
I
just
thought it was a
breezing
pretty
through
good match.
this.
I thought it was a pretty good match, to be quite honest. You know, you're just because this is technical. I guess this would technically be Sami Zayn's first one-on-one match, full time on the roster, probably.
Yeah. Well, his first televised match full time on the roster.
Yeah.
Because he's done matches at house shows.
And they did that tag match on SmackDown this week.
Which that tag
another
match,
bait and switch.
that tag match was so fucking stupid. It was like, ooh, cool, NXT, 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 NXT? Question mark?
Main event time.
And if you don't get that joke, you're sad. Because I get that joke.
Well, you're sad as well, then.
But I made the joke, so it's funny for me.
And that's why it's sad.
Main event time. WWE Championship on the line. Triple H defending against Dean Ambrose. I think the crowd were. I really think the crowd were bored at some points during this match because they started to chant for different things.
It's time to play the game.
They were chanting for CM Punk at one point.
Well, when did they not cheer for CM Punk?
And then we got a Let's Go Ambrose, Triple H back and forth chant. The match was a solid wrestling match to start off.
That's something that you can only dream about happening in 21 days.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Yeah, Roman is going to get booed out of the building. Everyone knows it. But there's ways around this. So, yeah, this match was solid. No shock to anyone. Had a good back and forth matchup. I like the Nigel here because Triple H hit the chin breaker and it reversed into the Nigel. And he got a really very close false finish there out of that. So they set up a table spot, and they decided they wanted to tease it, and then they decided they wanted to go back to it later on in the match, where Triple H has had his knee worked on through the entire match. There was a lot of Brian Pillman-esque clips to the back of the knee, furthermore proving that Dean Ambrose is this generation's Brian Pillman. And we basically had the figure four locked on, and he was trying to beat Triple H with a figure four. But somehow Triple H was able to make it to the ropes just in the nick of time. And Triple H got locked into the sharpshooter. And he drags him in the middle of the ropes. And Triple H somehow crawls back and finally gets the rope break just barely. He snaps the neck of Ambrose across the top. And this pretty much transitions to the so-called finish of the match. Ambrose hits the double arm DDT, and 1, 2, 3. We got a new WWE champion.
Dun dun dun.
So they decided they wanted to throw the Dusty finish to end Roadblock. Because the referee stated that during the pinfall, Ambrose's foot was under the bottom rope.
No, it wasn't. I rewatched it. It wasn't.
Now, See, that's interesting you mentioned that, Travis, because I was about ready to say just exactly that. No,
Because I was just about to say,
not under the bottom rope.
I'm glad to see they used the quandary referee.
Right.
Wasn't even primary, nor secondary, nor tertiary. It was, who the fuck is John? What's his name?
Q is for Quan.
John Cone?
Quan is for Quandary.
That was John Cone,
He
wasn't it?
He wasn't Nate. He wasn't Nate. He wasn't Kyoto, and he wasn't Drake. So
Yeah, it was John Cone. Yeah, I know exactly who
Oh,
that
and did you
is.
get my joke?
Yeah, I heard it.
It's
and
funny. He
wasn't,
wasn't it?
and he wasn't either the black guy or the Asian guy that does all the Divas matches either.
It was John Cone. That's exactly who it was. And
It's for Quan. Quan is for Quandary.
right now, if they want to pull the trigger on it, that finish, that Dusty finish they did, is actually set up perfectly that Dean Ambrose can finagle his way into the main event of WrestleMania.
But why would they get rid of that street fight?
Because he's going to fight Brock Lesnar. Oh, he's not. God, it's a long day. Because there's not going to be a street fight with Dean Ambrose. There's going to be a street fight with Bray Wyatt.
Oh, fuck.
They're going to take the heat off of the singles match with Roman and Triple H, and they're going to put Ambrose in the match to give people somebody to cheer for. And that's how we're going to do things.
Because
And then you get Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania like we should have had in the first place. Ambrose has a legit way to get into the main event. Or, if anything, he could have a match with Triple H. They can do the finish that they could have had at Roadblock tonight and have Ambrose win. And then Ambrose is now the champion. Triple H wants a shot, and it's going to happen at WrestleMania.
And that's what's best for business.
It just makes complete sense. If they want to bring Ambrose into the match or give him another shot at the title, to get the title off Triple H, to bring Ambrose in with the championship, or put him in contention for the championship, this is the direction you have to go.
No, because here's what's going to happen. WWE will be like, oh, this is a great idea, but we're going to tweak it a little bit. And we're going to make Roman Reigns beat, quote-unquote, beat Triple H. Look like he's going to release the the pin. Go spear Dean Ambrose and pin Dean Ambrose for the win. Roman Reigns defeats his brother to become champion. Why?
Roman's not. I'm at the point now.
If Roman walks out of Dallas with the championship, he will be shot. I am not joking.
No, it's not that bad. But I mean,
It's gonna get that bad.
this is a contingency plan for WWE if they want to take it. They have a legitimate way to bring Ambrose into the match that doesn't feel forced, and it doesn't feel like they're catering to the IWC. They're doing it because they have this as an ace in their back pocket, that if they decide they want Ambrose to start Raw tonight, come out and say, I got a little problem with this. I got beat. I got no problems with that. I'm a man. I'll admit that. I lost. But I'm also going to show you this. And they show the footage, and they show that clearly Ambrose's foot was not under the bottom rope during the pinfall. And they're either A, going to restart the match, so they're going to have that match be the main event on Raw tonight, and you flip the title to Ambrose.
Tomorrow night.
It's technically after midnight, so I can say that. Tonight.
No, because
It's a Sunday pay-per-view on a Saturday. That's the reason why I'm so confused. You flip the title to Ambrose, and you take the title off of Roman and Hunter, so that way there's not as much heat on the match. Ambrose faces Brock. That match is set up. Or you just literally say, you know what, I don't want a rematch. I just want WrestleMania, and I want my crack at the championship to be in 21 days. And they put him in the main event because they kind of have to now. They could even involve Shane if they really wanted to bring this in there, but I mean, I don't think they'll do that. I just think that If they want to go this direction, they can. They have a great way to do this, and that is going to make a lot of people happy if they pull the trigger on it. If Raw ends Monday night with Dean Ambrose with the WWE Championship, I won't be surprised. If Raw ends on Monday night with Triple H still with the championship and it's still being Roman and Triple H, I won't be surprised. But I think that they have to shake things up on Monday night to get people to care that are on the fence about WrestleMania. I don't care if it's free or not. Publicity is publicity, and they want to sell 100,000 seats. And at this moment, they're not going to at this rate.
They're at 85,000.
Yeah, they're going to have to paper the rest of the 100,000 if they want to sell them.
Yep.
So, after this, after the Dusty finish, which made perfect sense, Triple H tries to steal it with his feet on the ropes, but Ambrose kicks out at 2.5. Ambrose flips Triple H over the top rope to the floor. He hits his tope into the barricade, whips him into the wall, tosses him in. He heads up top, and he elbow drops Triple H, the standing elbow off the top, puts him on the table. He breaks the count at 6 because he's smart. He runs off the barricade with the elbow drop, and Hunter moves. Ambrose goes through the table. Triple H comes back in. Ambrose comes in, and right at the 10 count, he gets caught. Pedigree, 1, 2, 3. This was a really good match. A lot of great wrestling in this match. This match basically was a wrestling match for the first 15 minutes, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed this match wholeheartedly, and I think that if they want to press the envelope a bit and get people to have a little bit of hope for the main event, the people that don't believe in Roman Reigns, this is exactly what they need to do. Now, will they? Probably not, but it's a nice thing to think about, that it actually could happen. It's not going to be forced, because if they want to pull that trigger, they can have Ambrose show the videotape, and clearly the camera will show that his foot was it was close to the bottom rope, but it wasn't under the bottom rope, so that pinfall should have counted. And the match never should have been restarted. Ambrose would be the champion, and that's his beef, and he doesn't necessarily want a rematch, or maybe he does. He wants in WrestleMania. So we get Roman Ambrose fighting Triple H for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. And then Lesnar will come out, and he will get attacked by Bray Wyatt and the rest of the Wyatt family, and we'll set up that street fight to be Bray Wyatt and Brock Lesnar. Might be wishful thinking, probably is, but it makes sense to me. Ashley?
Good main event.
Yeah, very much so.
The result wasn't what I think people wanted it to be.
Right.
But you still had a caliber of match, and the best result is, it's whichever result happened, Roman Reigns is still going to get booed.
Oh, yeah, for
It's
sure.
a win-win. It's a win-win, to be honest. They're still adamant that people are going to think that bloody Roman is the top guy, and people are going to be sick of having it shoved down their throats. And
we're going to get another Cena situation.
They haven't already worked out that Roman needs to go heel is sort of shocking.
If Roman walks out of Dallas with the WWE Championship, he will have done so as a heel. A full-fledged heel. And when Roman is working his match at SummerSlam, because I think this would be a good idea, that's when you would reintroduce Seth Rollins into this. And then at 33, the match that people want to see is the Shield three-way for the championship. Even though at this point it sounds like we might get Roman versus Strowman.
Oh, God, kill me.
Which is a match made in merchandise heaven, because that's all that people are going to be doing during that match. They're going to be buying a buttload of merch, eating food, drinking soda and beer, and just having a grand old time. Everything except for being there. They might as well do an empty arena match.
I'll be 20. I will not be 21 by then. Never mind.
You will not.
Because I said if I was 21 by then, I'd be drinking very heavily during the Roman Strowman match.
But things can always change. Don't forget, we got the IWC got Daniel Bryan to get the run that he had. So maybe lightning will strike twice. I mean, I'd like if it was someone other than Ambrose. I'd like Dean Ambrose, don't get me wrong, but I kind of wish this was for someone like a Kevin Owens. But that's not the direction we're going right now.
Or Dolph Ziggler, or Tyler Breeze, or a Titus O'Neil, or someone that's not mainstream.
Well, it wouldn't be Dolph Ziggler because they've dropped the ball on him so many times. The only thing that comes to mind is a babyface Bray Wyatt.
Huh?
And that is a very likely situation for down the line.
By the way, fuck you, Kids' Choice Awards. Best
Why?
video game, Just Dance 2016. What the fuck?
What won best video game?
Just Dance 2016.
I wonder if they have the Thugonomics song on there.
Then again, Captain America did go to war with Iron Man tonight. So that already means it's more... Wait, the fucking Muppets won? That was a shit show.
Aaron will be talking about it this Wednesday on the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast, but there was a Wonder of Stardom title rematch tonight on the, I believe, 118 between Santana Garrett returning from Japan and Raquel from TNA. It's interesting because they actually were wrestling in Batman and Superman gear.
Oh, I bet that was just the greatest sight to see.
And thankfully, Santana's all about Batman.
Oh, yes.
Well, I also have to say bullshit. I also have to say bullshit because it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's the publicity that Warner Brothers is looking for.
Of course.
A
But yeah.
greenhorn versus an experienced person.
Yeah, exactly. Will, you have any thoughts on the main event?
This was my exact thought when I heard that Triple H retained the title. Hopefully this works. That is my thought on the match.
All I
ending.
heard was a beep.
Oh, it was a sound effect of Stewie saying, "Okay, what the fuck?"
Okay.
But
I don't think
overall,
it's fair because it's obvious that nothing was going to fucking happen. Because it's Vince. Vince is fucking scared out of his mind.
He won't take chances. That's the biggest problem.
Hey, Owen, do you want to know what I thought of the main event?
Yes, because you're the last person to speak on it.
It's my house, come on, turn it up.
Motherfucker.
If Vince...
See you at WrestleMania, Dean.
if
But not
Vince
going
drops-
against the Beast Incarnate because that just doesn't make any sense anymore.
If
Fuck
Vince-
you, everyone in creative, except whatever guy Owen always talks about.
Jimmy Jacobs.
Y'all suck. Ball sacks.
If Vince drops the ball for this year's WrestleMania, especially because it's the biggest, the whole, he'll leave the company, I don't think will be a work.
Nope.
I think it's honestly getting to the point where it's like...
He's a senile old man that needs to stop because he's out of touch.
Yeah.
He's really okay. I'm not saying Roadblock was a complete repeat, but a lot of this stuff is reminding me of like old like Stone Cold Steve Austin type shit. The shit
What?
with Roman that's going on.
What?
All the stuff that was going on with Roman.
Oh wait, you won't get the joke. What?
Oh, I get the joke. Ha, it took me a second. Ha ha ha. Fuck you.
No, they shouldn't be saying that to me. You should be saying that to Vince. He's the one that's brought this out in you. Yeah, you are a new convert to this stuff. You've been watching for how long?
Since TLC.
God.
Yeah, and even you're sick of this.
No, I'm not sick of this. I'm sick of Vince.
So, yeah, no, but are you sick of the quality of the product from the main show?
Sometimes, yes. There are some good matches on there. There are even some
And
good Divas matches
this is
on there.
3 months in.
Yes.
This is 3 months in.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying you're the right demographic, but you're a new person
Yes.
that was appealed to what was being offered.
And whenever Vince
And
makes a
Even 3
official...
months in, even 3 months in, you're considering, I wouldn't say boycotting, but not really giving a damn about the quality of the product
A Rob Van
or
Dam?
the
No,
product
I
that is
don't give
put
a
forward
Rob
to
Van
you
Dam at all.
on Raw and SmackDown on a regular basis.
Yeah, I don't give
Because
a Rob...
NXT is a separate issue.
Yeah, NXT's fine.
As in your little solo world and Cleveland's world is Total Divas, but
Hells yeah.
I'm willing to let that slide because the main point is the main draw to the show, the main draw to the WWE doesn't have you engrossed in it at the minute.
And I'm still going to do my little network thing. You can buy the WWE Network for $9.99. Yes, $9.99. But you can get...
Have they announced? I don't know if you can check. Have they announced yet what's going to be on after Raw?
Christian and Edge again.
Another one. Another new one. Okay.
This is... Okay. I have come to a conclusion. If I can get my knee out of its place. Ow, that hurt. I've come to a conclusion.
Get your leg out of your leg.
Yeah, my leg out of my leg.
Yeah.
Edge and Christian's going to run 4 more episodes, and then they will start a new series the Monday after WrestleMania, or they will run the Edge and Christian show up until SummerSlam, and that's when Camp WWE will start, and then it'll be every Monday night after Raw leading up until Royal Rumble.
Well, keep in mind you've got a Stone Cold podcast, haven't you?
Yeah, you can throw those in after SmackDown. No one watches those.
No, but it's live, isn't it?
I guess.
So who did they say it was with again?
Mick Foley.
That makes sense.
That could be. Well, no. Keep in mind, where is the Raw before? Where is the Raw before Mania? New York.
Yep.
So guess what? They're going to be advertising on next Monday's Raw. Next weekend after Raw. Mick Foley. Tell you, that'll happen. 8 days. 8 days till you see that announcement, people. 8 days.
But back to my little network promo. $9.99 for the network, but if you get it now, you get it through WrestleMania, through NXT, through the Hall of Fame, through the shitty Stone Cold podcast, most likely. Because most of them are pretty bad.
It's going to be that shit.
You can watch every NXT. You can watch all those cool little pay-per-views from like Attitude Era that actually mattered. You can watch some good John Cena shit. I'll tell you that. You can watch the.
Opinion to some of our audience. That's a very strong matter of opinion.
You can watch the John Cena experience from Beyond the Ring. So that was some good shit.
Those of you chanting random words tonight, CM Punk Best in the World is also available on the WWE Network.
There you go.
Very true.
But if you want to just pay for 3 months and give it a little test run for a couple months, see if you like it, it's $27.99 at GameStop and at Walmart. Go buy it at your local GameStop because fuck Walmart. Fuck Walmart.
Oh shit!
So basically, it sounds like there's going to be a rematch with the New Day and the League of Nations on Raw.
The League of Booty.
They will be facing Alberto Del Rio and Rusev.
What the fuck?
25th letter of the alphabet?
I don't know. That's too much math for my head this late.
Why?
A, B, C, D, E.
Owen did
I
math.
just have to say it. I just have to say it with the enunciation that I do.
Oh,
Where
why?
just rather than go why, it's the same thing. It's 25th letter of the alphabet. I use the same. I
Connotation.
use the same things. It's just it makes people think. Unlike WWE Creative, which is just like, is this a good idea? Yeah. Okay. We'll write it down.
Raw will be live. Raw will be live tonight from the
Look.
Hey, you guys.
Raw will be live tonight from the Console Energy Center in
Hey,
Pittsburgh.
you guys! I just got an awesome idea.
Let's push Roman Reigns for the 40th time this year. Okay, let's take that to Vince. Okay, let's do that. Because it's fucking Roman Reigns.
Right now,
I gotta take a
I've
pen.
worked out what we can have Roman's special entrance to be, because everybody gets a special entrance at Mania.
I am.
You
I
got a
am-
friend
I-
in me. You got a friend in me.
You got troubles. Now I got
Everybody hates you, and that's all right. Because you look like Aquaman and you fucked up tight.
Just
Oh my
remember what Ambrose said.
Sorry, Owen. We had to get some hilarity out of this.
that's
We had to
funny.
get some hilarity,
That is awesome.
Randy Newman is going to serenade Roman Reigns to the ring at WrestleMania 32. Still be more over than Roman Reigns. That.
What?
Randy Newman. Randy Newman.
Hey, wait a minute. Whoa. Someone in chat named Rick Magnesium says he's stuck in main event limbo with Zack Ryder.
I was going to mention Rick Magnesium was back in chat tonight. Thank you for watching again, Rick. We appreciate your viewership.
We apologize. Roadblock sucked donkey balls.
It's all about
And-
the game and how you play it. All about the call and how do you take it.
Oh God, I think that's when the time we take it home.
No, I got it. You can
If
look,
Shatner
but
can
you
do his
can't
cut,
touch.
Shatner do it.
And no.
Okay.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Oh my God.
Come on.
So here's the thing.
I came to play.
So
It's a new day. Yes, it is.
10:26 is when this ended. It was
Yeah.
slated until 11. That's the reason why we started early. Glad we got to start early because we're actually, well, I'd say some of us are getting to bed at a normal time, but I can't say all of us.
Trust
Oh,
me.
and one more in that.
I'm going back to bed.
I'm gonna be going there soon.
Hey, Owen, one more thing, and then I'll let you continue. Oh, your time is up. My time is now. You can't see me. My time is.
Doesn't really work with rap.
Don't you dare diss the man, the myth, the legend.
It doesn't work with a rap.
You don't ever diss the man who is the face of WWE, even if he's not even there.
Oh, you mean the man that is 50% man and 50% fatality?
Yes.
We're all American boys.
I'm talking about one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
No.
It's returns.
Hang on.
Oh wow.
Hang
Well,
on, no.
Okay.
Rusev Russia. Yes, sir, for sure do.
Oh my God.
God, I need to do that now. I need to have a sounder for every single wrestler when they come
We
out.
the people.
So we didn't get a Roadblock sighting at Roadblock. I feel gypped.
Let me just say, this show was a jobber entrance.
There were some good matches here, and
Because it was a house show, they probably wouldn't have allowed very many signs, though.
right.
There was a lot more signs than I thought. Did Will just leave because he was mad at me?
No.
Okay.
You know what happens when you assume?
This is basic thugonomics.
Acer's here in chat.
This is basic thugonomics.
Roadblock.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Roadblock was a pretty great event from an in-ring standpoint. The outcomes are predictable, no surprises or swerves. Charlotte dissed the Maple Leafs, damn it, but they lost. Some vintage voice impersonations there, no doubt. Damn, Chris Jericho sure dissed the hell out of Toronto and all Canada. That's for sure. That's
Here comes the money.
Really?
AJ Styles.
God.
AJ Styles.
This is what happens when we're about ready to end, and it's kind of like, nope, not done yet.
CM Punk. CM
Punk.
They'll be doing that tomorrow in bloody Pittsburgh.
I guarantee that one. So that being said, yeah, the show was it was passable. I mean, it didn't feel like a pay-per-view, but there were a couple things that give you a reason to tune in to Raw tonight. Well, tomorrow.
Are you
night.
gonna continue being mean to the one, the only John
It's an
Cena?
elimination chamber with the god-awful elimination chamber match.
All right.
That match was terrible.
Was better quality overall than this.
Right.
Beast in the East was better overall than this.
That's a fun podcast. Go back and check it out if you haven't listened to it yet.
Even the one that we never did, the Madison Square Garden one, overall was an actual pretty good event. Especially because it had a Lesnar match that actually gave a damn. Because Lesnar Big Show was actually not too bad a match, mainly because there's actual history between the two. The history between, Brock Lesnar and I nearly said Mick Foley. The history between Lesnar and Harper is Harper bought Here Comes the Pain on PS2. That is the storyline.
So, on that note of the loud, moving around in the background.
Whoa!
Yes, the show has literally gone off the rails. I believe Beast in the East was better than Madison Square Garden and Roadblock. Beast in the East was probably one of my favorite podcasts we've done in wrestling related because, except for Ashley, everybody here had to get up at the earliest possible time in order to watch the show.
Me?
Back to Japan.
What
Yeah.
about my first podcast?
Oh, what the fuck?
That's the end of the show.
Mauro Ranallo was at this show.
Yep, he was sitting
Why the fuck was he not on commentary?
Because nobody gives a shit.
So that being said, real quick, we would want to thank everyone for joining us in chat tonight. That means Rick Magnesium and Acer, of course. You can follow Acer on Twitter at Acer1337. Yes, in a row to find out all of the various podcasts you should be listening to, wrestling and or otherwise. Acer brings his entertainment in chat every single Monday, Wednesday, and for takeovers and pay-per-views. So check out him if you want to chat with him. And the best way to do so is either tweet him or be in chat, or both. Do both, because obviously he does need his followers. Aaron wasn't here tonight because he was watching I Believe in Wrestling.
He was watching the sexy Santana Garrett win. Possibly. You'll find out, because I don't even know.
Aaron will be returning on Monday night, and you can follow him on Twitter at MrENT92. He also has a YouTube channel where you can get some vlogs, and that's link in the description bar. Cleveland wasn't here tonight either, so hopefully he'll be returning on Monday. It's at Contro Cleve, and his YouTube channel is under Cleveland Henry, and it is available in the description bar as well.
Cleveland, if you ever watch this podcast, where have you been? Are you scared? Are you scared for WrestleMania?
Oh, God. Yeah,
I'm coming for you, Black Arrow / Contro Cleve.
Jesus.
Contro Coaster is over.
No,
So
not with a promo like that.
Well, that's implying that with 19 days left, you've actually started writing the rap.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Want to make it a fatal 4-way? Because apparently Aaron's in this too.
You need to get on that because the rap battle of the Popcast Network is taking place WrestleMania weekend.
And if it doesn't happen, you're fired!
It's on, Vince. And if I win, I get control of the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast.
You'll get control. No, you'll get control of your computer again.
No, that's not happening.
Total Divas 12-hour podcast.
Have fun doing that for nobody.
He won't even let me be in charge of it when he goes off to Hollywood Horror Nights.
Yeah. Because almost everybody on the podcast is going to be at Halloween Horror Nights with us.
Exactly.
I can't wait for you go there and you're underwhelmed by everything that's there. And then some crazy shit happens that it will be like, oh, you had to be there live to witness it. And you'll all be like, well, we were stuck in a queue for...
Well, I'll be watching it on my WWE.com app.
Yeah, we'll be watching the network in the hotel, so that's not going to be a problem.
And I'll be watching it in the
You're not
park.
going to be able to see Raw then.
I will be able
watch
to.
Raw.
I'll be able to. And if Owen's in the park, wait. Yes, we will. Because there's no Horror Nights on Monday.
Well, Monday is also a night. I believe Monday's a night we're going to be at Disney, so...
Okay, well, guess what? I have something called the Xfinity TV Go app, where I can watch whatever channels I want, wherever I want.
Let's just go to Splitsville and watch it there.
That would be a challenge for Halloween Horror Nights. Get as many people in character, including Jack the Clown, to mock super kick you.
That'd be great, but I don't think most of them would be into that.
Look, can't be a Halloween Horror Night if there isn't a super kick party.
Oh, God. I got an idea. We shall have this commentary off camera.
Travis, about to get jobs.
Let's just say I have
swear
a
to God, if I'm the one
most
being super
excellent
kicked.
idea.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
And you know what that means. And it's not even Thursday.
Oh shit.
Will, where can we find you on social media?
Well, I'll before I give my um social media names, this is actually the first time I'm able to stay through the end, so I'm really happy.
Yes, the power of spring break compels you.
And Owen knows exactly why we are about to go home. I'm declaring war on 2 of these podcasters. One named Cleveland. And one
God.
named Aaron.
Oh no. I know where this is
The
headed.
end. And it will all end at WrestleMania.
Bum 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 bum.
Okay, so you can follow me on Twitter at @TheClickForever1, and you can follow me on Instagram at NWO1996. Make sure when you are out and about, make sure you throw up the click wherever you're at. 24/7, 365 days a year. Once again, the click will run forever wild. And that's it from me.
Well, thank you as always, Will, for joining us.
No problemo, and I will see you at Horror Nights.
Indeed, you will.
All right, guys, take care, and see y'all, I would say, Monday?
Monday.
Dun, 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 it's Monday night!
Hey, don't stop. Want there to be a war on you too?
You know
you?
what? Bring it.
Better
I'm
not,
ready.
considering how it treated fucking Kayfabe, Hoodie Man, and Ghostface Killer.
Oh god, I forgot about that. You don't want to go after Ashley. You will lose.
That makes Iron Sheik look like a fucking My Little Pony character.
This is true.
All right.
I'd be scared, Will. I'd be very scared.
Oh, and the guy that says you better be scared isn't scared himself.
I have
As-
no fear.
And Owen can agree with
I
me
am
on
the
this.
face of fear.
And as Owen can agree with me on this, as they say at Horror Nights, be afraid, be very afraid.
I'm gonna have to be a I'm gonna have to be a judge on that. I can't be involved because Owen has no taste for rap music.
That's actually not true.
I don't care. I'm adjudicating it.
We both get to judge.
Yeah. Except it isn't fixed like the insert singing contest. Yeah.
Oh god. Travis.
Like with Up Up Down Down, they have their theme music for their tournament. This will be our theme music. Crap. Son of a bitch, fucking
Travis.
Oh
What?
fucking shit! The sound failed.
Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at Travis Coaster. And then you can find the podcast I do at Coastercasters on Twitter. And the Coastercasters podcast and everything else.
Okay.
WrestleMania.
And by the way, guys, I have a very special guest he would like to say goodbye to.
We need to get this over because I need to tell you something that's happened in Ring of Honor off air.
Ooh. Well, I've seen a picture. But I don't know how far it goes. So continue.
Okay, what was it? What was it, Will?
It's not a picture, it's words. So,
Go ahead, Travis.
I forgot Travis hasn't done it yet.
What was Will going to say something?
Will's about to say something real quick.
Yeah, I have a special guest he would like to say goodbye.
I swear to God, if it's Mr. Sacco, I'm going to suplex you through a table.
We've already given enough publicity to Florida,
You can never give enough publicity to Florida.
It's Mr. Sacco, isn't
It
it?
is.
No,
It is Mr.
that's
Sacco.
that's the state. That's the state of Flow Rider.
God.
Now the rapper Florida, that's a different fucking matter.
I can't see because I have my audio quality on. It is Mr. Sacco.
What?
Why is Mr. Sacco on my screen when I said no, Mr. Sacco?
Oh shit! It's turning into the Muhammad Ali Sonny Liston fight from 50 years ago.
Oh God.
Mr.
I can't
Sacco?
see. I can't see. It's in my eye.
Mr. Sacco?
Yes.
I challenge you
Oh God.
to a match at WrestleMania.
Well,
What the fuck?
you know what? What is your? Will tells me that your name is Travis, right?
Why is he French?
No.
God.
Well, you know what? I will take the rest of my sock 40 and shove it up your, what you Americans call it, candy asses.
Well, I have a little stipulation for this match
Oh
at
no.
WrestleMania.
I have a
Travis.
stipulation.
And this
Why the
match,
fuck is this happening? Can we finish this fucking show, please, you stupid shit?
this match will be
What?
That was worth.
I thought we were gonna get away with one show.
That was totally worth it.
Oh,
Good luck doing
man.
a ladder match when no one's in the same state. Now.
Oh my god.
Okay. So Ashley, continue.
Find the archives of my shows on the SNS Radio Network, snsradionetwork.com. The show is being whole indie show with indie wrestling sort of stuff. Mainly highlight the ones where we go crazy over something. I think it was, the episode where I absolutely lost my shit over Kaiju Big Battle. Oh my word. And then also Sticks and Flicks, movie entertainment stuff. It's all mainly news stuff, so it's sort of not relevant. But there's probably bits here and there where I just, randomly talk about shit. It might still be topical. But knowing the cyclical nature of news, something will have happened exactly similar to something that happened before. Gaming with Ash should be Mondays here on the YouTube. On the YouTube channel. I don't even need sounders to interrupt myself. I've got fucking sneezes. Brilliant.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It made me concentrate. I've lost my train of thought now. He double sneeze. Fuck. Gaming with Ash covering some topic in gaming or whatever. Not entirely sure what it's going to be this week. To be honest, it could be nothing because I sort of feel knackered and feel knackered by this alone. Roadblock, that's the reason why there might not be a video this week. Or if there is, it's going to be some on-the-fly fucking cuff thing, like it usually is.
I'm down with that.
I'll try and find something to talk about, even if it's trivial shit, probably. Because I'm trying to save all the trivial shit, like retro stuff, for when Owen goes away. When I have to do a mass block. So,
Right.
we'll be seeing that in September, October again. Find me on Twitter at AshesMyNameUK. Now, I'm clearly popular because Tay-Zonday is still following me. He hasn't unfollowed me yet.
Chocolate rain.
Oh boy.
Chocolate rain.
So, oh god, Travis is throwing out tweets on Twitter to Cleveland and Aaron.
Oh,
If I were you, I would look at what the video is.
oh, good.
So that being said, you can follow me on Twitter at Sir and Disney. Follow the Popcast Network on Twitter at Popcast Network. And stay tuned for tomorrow. If you're a theme park fan, we're going to be getting some footage and pictures from Mardi Gras at Universal. So Tyler got some video and some pictures for us. I'll be posting that on my Twitter. And tomorrow will also be a brand new Versus. Your Cryptic Comet is Creature. And like I said, go run right now, obviously, if you can, if the theaters are open, and check out 10 Cloverfield Lane as soon as possible. It's definitely worth every single penny you're going to spend, and then some. And, of course, Gaming with Ash tentatively return on Monday. We'll see what happens with that, hopefully for sure. 11:30 p.m., the Raw Popcast. And, of course, Wednesday Wrestling Popcast, 9:30 p.m., talking TNA, Lucha Underground, Total Divas, WWE Universe that Travis has done with his PS4 and I have booked for him. That's going to be talked about. I believe 118 is going to be talked about. And
No, it won't.
Travis...
It won't be talked about. You know why I believe it won't be talked about? Because Aaron doesn't believe in it.
Now,
Oh, God.
now,
Travis, will you be on the podcast on Monday night? Do you know yet?
That will be decided tomorrow.
and oh, and one more question too. 10 Cloverfield Lane. I actually didn't have no faith in it all, but you said it's actually a good movie.
It's the best movie I've seen this year.
Hmm.
Keep going. Go now. Obviously, you can't go now because theaters are closed. But still, if you can hear me and you're curious, go see it. It's worth it. So, Popcast Network is going to have merchandise coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. More information coming on my Twitter as soon as possible. Halloween Horror Nights Podcast should be starting up very soon. And some awesomeness from Universal Orlando will be coming my way soon as well. So we'll be doing videos on that. And stay tuned to my Twitter for more information. AJ's movie reviews next Friday is Allegiant and Miracles from Heaven. My God, it's going to be a bad
Lord.
week.
Wait, what the fuck? We got Allegiant a week early for no reason.
Right.
Eddie the Eagle.
It's going to be a god-awful movie. Yeah, that's another one of the best movies of the year, Eddie the Eagle is. I will state
By the
right...
way, keep in mind, if you see that film, imagine if Maze Runner kids are going to come over the hill somewhere.
That's funny.
Just saying.
That's very topical, too. So once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, whether live or in archive, for a Roadblock Popcast. We will join you on Monday for Raw and Wednesday for the Wednesday Wrestling Podcast. And very soon, it's on WrestleMania weekends. Long Pop Weekend will also include the long-awaited, now three-way rap battle between Travis, Cleveland, and Aaron.
That's going to be
You all are going down because I've been learning.
5 Popcasts in 6 days.
I've been learning
pretty
my
much.
basic thugonomics from my man John C.
Considering how they keep running through it on WWE stuff in terms of what's coming up for WrestleMania week, there will be the usual Wednesday Popcast. And
Right.
Friday there will be one covering the NXT show.
Yep.
Saturday will be Hall of Fame and just a sort of basic rundown of the major indie shows that are happening,
Right.
and will have hopefully concluded by the end of the Hall of Fame show. Probably not including $5/$10 wrestling or Kaiju Big Battle if they're happening, because they're sort of so crazy, it's crazy.
Sunday
itself, Mania Madness, and then the Fallout in Dallas. Is it American Airlines Arena in Dallas?
I believe so. For Raw, I think so.
Or am I getting that confused with New York?
I don't know
Whichever.
anymore.
Either way, 5 in 6 days. So
Yeah, it's
we're all
gonna
gonna
be nuts.
fucking
And a rap battle that you will never forget.
Yeah, that's why that'll be happening on NXT, because at
Yep.
least there's a guarantee that all you guys will be there.
Exactly. So, that being said, in a world where there are a billion wrestling podcasts, we are pleased that tonight, today, tomorrow, or whenever you listen to this, you have chosen a podcast. I want to thank everyone for watching, and until tomorrow, boys and girls, that's all we got to say about that.
It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins.
79 million days until WrestleMania 33.
Know it.
This is the actual theme that makes sense for that fucking thing. Wait, if you don't have to go out, how are you gonna get snacks, Aaron? How are you gonna get snacks? I don't want to go to your house, Florida.
Aaron, I would look for your
I've got a
snacks.
fucking smart TV, and I don't want a smart TV. It's like AIDS.
I'm coming for you, Cleveland and Aaron. You all will not win.